So really, it was kind of random that I was there, and it wasn't something I'd been planning on doing. And then to be there on my own meant that I had to push myself out of my comfort zone even more than I would have had to anyway.
But I got this feeling, right, that I needed to turn around and talk to this girl, and it stopped me. It was like a glass wall, like boom, and just said, just go and talk to this girl. Didn't really talk to Jen in a now then kind of way, you know.
Hello and welcome back to our Jordifer channel. So I can't take you seriously when you're going.
I'm sorry.
All I can see is just you. Right, welcome to the first part of a new series where we're going to talk about
us.
Yeah, how we became Jordifer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably 4 parts, and the first one will be how we met.
Yeah. So, so how we met is a wonderful story.
Are you just jumping straight on in there?
I don't know. Let's.
You can jump in.
Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna jump in because these people don't want the higgledy-piggledy. They want the juicy goss. You know what I mean?
So when did we first meet?
So we first met on. Wait there. I've got some notes on my phone.
That I wrote when we were first dating.
Yeah. So we first met on the 22nd of September 2013 in Scarborough.
Which is not where either of us are from.
No. Scarborough, we were there because we were at what's called in the church a convention, which is basically an activity weekend, would you call it that? Yeah.
Where you can like make friends and meet people of the same faith. And have fun. You generally stay over. And there's like dances and activities, and we go to church. Various things. It's different every time. They don't have a set.
Yeah. So at Scarborough that weekend, I think they had. On the Friday night we did like a murder mystery Sherlock Holmes type thing.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. And then Saturday night, on Saturday day we went to the beach, didn't we? And we were playing volleyball and stuff.
That was really good.
Yeah,
I've never done that at a convention.
No, it was fun. And Saturday night we had there was a dance. I think it was superhero themed.
Yeah, it was. Because
superhero
you were wearing
I was wearing a Batman top. Yeah. And then the Sunday we had church.
So we didn't actually talk to each other, did we, at that convention?
Most conventions in the UK, because the church worldwide is quite small, but church in the UK is even smaller. So, like at this convention, there was only I think about 70 or 80 people that went. Yeah, so it was quite a small group. So it was nice because usually when there's loads and loads of people, you don't really integrate and talk to people as much. So, but that being said, me and Jenny didn't actually speak across the weekend.
But then on the Sunday, I think, was it Sunday?
Yeah, the Sunday was the first time
we had a testimony meeting, so it's like where you get up and
you share what you believe about the church and you know how your beliefs bless your life and stuff like that. So Jenny gets up and we hadn't talked.
And I just made a complete fool of myself. Because you get up and you're in front of all these people and you just stutter and stumble and say things that you didn't plan on saying.
Yeah.
So I think I said something like, oh, I had a really nice time this weekend. I'm really glad there was no dodginess, because sometimes there is dodginess or something like that.
Which is true, sometimes there is dodginess. Not very often, but sometimes there's dodginess. But
so then Jordan gets up after me.
Yeah, I was like, I need to get up after this girl because she just set me up for a good intro, you know. So after I get up and I say, there's always dodginess when I'm about, and the people who knew me laughed. The people who didn't know me were probably a bit worried. But anyway.
But I just felt even more stupid because then he highlighted it even more.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Which I didn't know at the time because we
didn't talk, did we?
We didn't talk, no. And then, so after that bit, you have like a lunch bit, and then you get all your stuff together and you go home. and there was one room in the church where we all had our like suitcases or backpacks or whatever. We brought our clothes in or whatever, and I went to go get my bag, and Jenny was sat in this room by herself.
I should give a backstory.
Yeah.
So
which is an important part of the story, really.
Yeah. Originally, I went. I planned to go. I didn't really plan on going to this convention, and then last minute, or maybe about a week before, I decided with my friend that we would go. So I got in touch with another friend that lived a little bit closer and said I would meet him and then we'd travel together. And he was taking other people as well, so we're gonna like carpool. Anyway, my friend dropped out last minute. This other guy that I know, but I don't know very well, took us, so I kind of went on my own. Then when we got there, he was like, yeah, I'm not really gonna stay. So I literally knew nobody. Sophie just completely bailed, which I was kind of fine with because I was like, I'm already going, I'm already packed, I'm ready, like I may as well just go, like what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. So really it was kind of random that I was there, and it wasn't something I'd been planning on doing. And then to be there on my own meant that I had to push myself out of my comfort zone even more than I would have had to anyway. Yeah. So the guy that brought us left and then said he'd come back at the end of the weekend and pick us up because he didn't want to just leave me stranded there. I was like, alright, okay. But then on the way back to come and get us, his car broke down. And I was like stranded in Scarborough on my own, had no ride home, and I'm like absolutely shattered because it's such a long weekend and you just do so much. Yeah. So I went and sat in this room with everyone's bags. I put 2 chairs together and I put my feet up and I just was like, right, I'm just going to stay here. And so people came in and out, not very often, but then so Jordan came in. Yeah. Really didn't say anything. Picked up his bag.
No, I did say something.
You didn't.
And something happened, which changed the course of history. That's what happened.
Oh, good grief.
I walked into this room. I saw Jenny. I was kind of, I don't know, like I wasn't very like confident or whatever. I don't know. I just saw this girl in this room, and then I picked up my bag, and I kind of just said hello, didn't I? Just like, hiya, how are you? You know, whatever.
I don't think you said anything. You picked up your bag and you walked out. And
then, oh yeah, no, that's right, because on the way out of the door, I got this feeling, right? This is going to sound very cheesy. It's going to sound very corny. You probably think I'm a liar. But I got this feeling, right, that I needed to turn around and talk to this girl. And it stopped me. It was like a glass wall, like, boom. And just said, just go and talk to this girl. So I turned around and I said to her, like, oh, I'm Jordan, by the way. And she's like, oh, I'm Jenny. And then we just talked about the weekend and just said, oh, have you had a good time? And just a bit of small talk, really.
I think we barely spoke. Yeah.
It wasn't a long conversation, but something just told me to talk to her, you know. And so I followed that prompting to talk to her, and then that was it, really. So the initial first meeting wasn't all sparks flying, but it was quite a miracle that it happened, because Jenny's lift was supposed to probably pick her up before then and take her home, and you know,
in some ways I wasn't even really meant to be there.
Yeah, so you know.
But that laid the groundwork then.
That's what we believe things are put in motion for certain events to happen, and that's what we think happened, you know. So yeah.
So then that put in motion what happened a few weeks later when there was another convention in Huddersfield. Usually they're not this close together, but it just so happened that these were.
Huddersfield is like one of the biggest ones in the country. It's like a very popular one. Yeah. And because
just getting cramp.
I think it might be because of the university there, but a lot of church members seem to go there or be from there. So this convention was about 300 strong, wasn't it? Yeah. Compared to 70 or 80 people at this other one. So, but it was a good weekend again. Lots of good activities. Once again, me and Jenny didn't really talk the whole weekend, but it was a lot bigger convention, so in those kinds of situations, you tend to stay in your friendship groups, you know, unless people are really, you know, you could talk to anyone because everyone's a member of the church and whatever, but, you know, you go there to, you know, sesh with your friends, basically, so...
and then it was testimony meeting again on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And the girl that I'd been hanging out with, which now I come to think of it, that girl is the sister of the guy whose car broke down.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Man, this family, we need to meet them because they...
I know who they are. You know who they are, but you don't know that you know.
Made things happen.
Anyway, so, yeah. So, this girl that I'd been hanging out with, who I'd kind of become friendly with, got up and brought her testimony. And she said something that resonated with you, didn't she?
Yeah, because she was talking about... something that happened at work, like sharing the gospel at work or something, you know, and talking to people about the church. And I'd had a similar experience, I think that week. And so I found her testimony really interesting, and, you know, I
could relate.
Yeah, I could relate to it. So so after the meeting, we get given, like, lunch bags, don't we, and stuff. And I saw her, and I just walked over to her, and I just said, oh, I really enjoyed your testimony, and, you know, we started talking about, you know, our experiences and whatever. And she was stood next to a very, very beautiful girl. This one right here. And so, yeah. So
we still didn't talk?
No, so I was talking to this girl.
No.
I wasn't, like, into this girl or anything. I just enjoyed what she said, and then there was Jenny and another girl, and so we were all kind of in this conversation, but not in this conversation kind of thing. Sounds very removed, doesn't it? But anyway, but I saw Jenny again, and I did recognise her from Scarborough, and then, but yeah, I was shy again. You know, I didn't want to play my cards, if you know what I mean. So,
show your cards.
Show my cards, play my cards, whatever the expression is. Show my hand.
Reveal my hand. I
Just
don't know.
tell us in the comments what the right expression is. Anyway, so yeah, so there was in the car park, there was another chance for me to approach Jenny, but I chickened out again.
Yeah, so I went back to the car and was waiting for some girls that I was getting a ride home with.
I had a lot of chances.
Yeah, and Jordan's
Didn't take them.
friend and him were stood at another car not that far away. I feel like we had a bit of a chat because didn't we talk about everyone, you like invited everyone round to your house?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that, yeah.
It was a bit random.
Yeah.
But not that much conversation. And then...
Yeah, no, that's true, because then that's how the first day happened. Yeah.
What did you say?
Because I was like...
Oh, we should have a big party, everyone come round to my
Yeah,
house.
should everyone come round my house, which
if you've ever been to Jordan's house.
Yeah, if you've ever been to my house, it could probably fit about 7 people in it, but, like, yeah, so... But I was just on a high off the weekend, and I met some good people, and, you know, I was just, you know, wanting to build...
Carry on the party?
Yeah, carry on the party and build on these friendships that I've made, so...
So yeah. That was that. And
so I was just, like, inviting everyone at my house, even though, you know, there's not a lot of members in the northeast, in the area where I live, who were our age, and so... You know, so when we get to these conventions and stuff, we meet people from all over the country. And so it's good to, you know, have those friends and stuff, so yeah. But anyway, so I was inviting everyone to my house. Didn't really talk to Jen in a now then kind of way, you know. But
no.
But then Jenny, in the car ride home...
yeah, so all the girls were talking about how... Oh, I met this guy, and I met this guy, and this guy asked me on a date, and oh, this guy took my number, and oh, and this guy was so great, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I didn't meet anyone. I was like, what the heck? Like, what am I doing wrong? So I was like racking my brains. I was like, oh, did I talk to anyone? And really, Jordan was the only guy who I talked to. So I was like, well, may as well just add him on Facebook. So I added him on Facebook and sent him a message. And I think it was just like, oh, hey, did you enjoy the weekend? Blah, blah, blah. And then we got talking a little bit.
Yeah.
Just on Facebook. And then John said just a classic line, which was, I don't really use Facebook. Give me your number and I'll text you.
That's how you do it, boys. That's how you do it.
So, in a nutshell, that was how we met.
Yeah.
That was how he got my number, and that was how we started talking.
Yeah.
But if you want to hear the rest of the story, we are going to continue this series.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about dating.
Yeah.
Because we had about 6 months of dating.
Mm-hmm.
In the third episode, we will talk about John's mission, which was 2 years of a long-distance relationship in which we couldn't talk, see each other, call each other, anything. It was literally letters in the
And I was still in the same country.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Most missionaries go to, like, America or Brazil or Australia or wherever, but I stayed in this own country, and, you know, it's this own country of ours. You know, God save the Queen and all that.
And then number 4 will be
the wedding.
Yeah, when John came home.
When I came home, the wedding. We'll talk a little bit about what we did after we got married and up to Noah.
That sounded so dodgy.
Not like right after we got married. Like...
Let's leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks for watching. Please comment below if you have any questions for future videos.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're really grateful for all our subscribers, all the people who watch our videos so far. Grateful for all the positive feedback that we get.
Yeah.
And we love doing these videos. It's something that we've done since we started dating, which we're going to talk a little bit about in the next video. And we're grateful that you guys are watching along and enjoying the journey with us.
Yeah. So, like you said, subscribe.
Okay.
Bye. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah. Bye, Felicia's.
Bye.